Hi guys, it's Anne here, and today's video is my first buys and buys for 2021. So how these videos work is basically I go through everything I bought through the month, and then I go through all my empties for the month. I kind of do them together to kind of show or keep myself in check in terms of balance of what I'm bringing in and what's going out. Knowing full well that at this stage of my journey, there's definitely more makeup coming in than what's going out. So mentally, I feel like for January, the buys are not a whole lot because I was planning on my lucky bag from Beautylish being in my January buys because it's always been in my January buys, I think. However, this year, not so much. It's end of January right now and I still haven't received my lucky bag, and I'm pretty sure I'm definitely not going to receive it before the end of January. I hope I get it within the next 2 weeks. It's crazy because it's like they got tested and like less than a week later, they're no longer here. So stay safe, everyone. Like, I'm trying to be super understanding because you know what? Hi, Harley. This is Harley showing off and trying to get my attention. This is what he does. He sits up. So cute. Hi. Don't fall down, please. Don't fall down. Somebody needs a bath. Somebody needs a bath. I love. Mama's filming, okay? You're a scene stealer. You're a scene stealer. Okay, I totally don't remember where I left off. Anyway, trying to be patient with getting packages because it's not a pretty situation. Anyway, so the reason why I wanted to bring that up is because I do have a giveaway that's coming. I know I keep saying that because I finally hit 100K. Yay! But I was holding off on doing that giveaway, partially because Canada Post is super backlogged right now. Like, it's really bad. And secondly, because I've been trying not to see what people are getting in their lucky bags, but I've kind of caught glimpses, like, you know, scrolling Reddit or a couple other places that I, you know, Instagram and that. And there is at least one item that I've seen a couple of people get. It's the Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow, which I already have. So if I get that, or if I get anything else that it just like is not for me, I want to put it in the giveaway. Really long intro to the buys and buys. My buys are actually, like I said, fairly low because I don't have that. Not fairly low, but not as much as I expected it to be. That makes sense. So the major thing in the buys was really that Try Beauty box. So I'm not going to belabor the things that I got, but I just want to mention them here. If you want to see more detail, you can check out that video. I also did a blog post, which I need to link that blog post in that video, but I'll do that. I got the Down Boy blush from the Balm. Really enjoy this blush. It's pink, but it's like a cool tone pink, and I really don't have any other blushes like this. And I actually feel like I kind of suit this color of blush. Like, I feel like it looks good on me. So I quite enjoy that. And I used it as an eyeshadow. It's in my Pan That Palette video. I wore it as an eyeshadow. The big thing in that box was this palette. It's the Neon Drip palette from Poppi. Really enjoyed this. I did a couple eye looks. I posted those on Instagram. And I mean, it's not very a January palette, but it's a completely unique palette. The only shade that I found was a dud was this one. Again, it's one of those like orangey, peachy orange shades that just, I think it's me. I don't know if it's the shade is a dud or it's like this color just does not look good on me. The lip product in that box is what I'm wearing right now. I'm hoping it looks okay. I feel like it might be wearing off. I've had it on for a little while right now. This is the Sola Look Beverly Hills 90210 collection. In the shade is Brenda Loves Dylan. It's a warm red for me. I don't mind it. Like, the formula is quite nice. I feel like I've worn this a few times, and I feel like once I put it on, after a while, I forget that I have it on. Like, it's a nice thin formula. It's just not maybe a shade that I wear very often. I'm just not a big red person. I like reds once in a while, but not very often. But it's fine. It's nice. And it is, I kind of like the nostalgia factor, to be honest. Although I was never really into Beverly Hills 90210. I just found it very, I don't know. I hated all the characters. It's like, I really liked Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I think those were probably around at the same time, but Buffy was my kind of show. Beverly Hills 90210 was just a little too, people are tiresome. Anyway, the next item in the box is this eyeliner from Iman Cosmetics, and I mean, it looks kind of like ho-hum, like the packaging is kind of like meh, and it's got the sharpener in the lid, which to me it looks very old school because I'm pretty sure a lot of eye pencils used to do this, or there was like some brands that used to do this a long time ago. I feel like my mom had pencils like this. It's actually very functional. Like it works really well. It's kind of super convenient. So if you're traveling with this, very handy. And it's a very creamy eye pencil. I have it on today. I do have like a black liner underneath, and then I put this on top just because this is kind of warm and kind of light. So I wanted it to be a bit deeper. But yeah, so actually quite a nice eye pencil. So I'm pretty sure I don't know if it still is there, but it used to be, this brand was sold in Rexall in Ontario. The skincare product that came in that box was this Avant Hyaluronic Vitamin C, it's super long name, Supreme Hyaluronic Acid Anti-oxidising Duo Moisturizer. It's a moisturizer. Superly overpriced moisturizer. I think it retails for like $130 US. I don't think it's worth that. However, it is a nice moisturizer. I'm finding, like I'm trying to use a lot of thick moisturizers right now because it's winter and it's cold, and my skin is actually doing really well because normally this time of year I'm like walking to work and I walk about half hour there and a half hour back, and so my face is exposed to the freezing temperatures and my like the redness. I don't know if I have rosacea, but like the redness in my face is very like raw. Yay, working from home, not having that problem. But anyway, this moisturizer is nice because it feels thick, but it doesn't have, some of the other ones I'm using kind of have that like extra slip, which I don't mind personally, but this almost has like a slightly mattifying effect. Like it's thick, but it doesn't feel greasy. So, I mean, if you do get this in a box and you have oily skin, I would recommend trying it because you probably would really like it. I was one of those people, when I used to have oily skin, I avoided moisturizers because I hated that slick, I don't want to say greasy feeling, but you know what I mean? It is kind of a greasy feeling that a lot of moisturizers tend to have, and this definitely does not have that. And then I got an extra little item in my box. I don't know if everybody got this. I feel like I watched a couple of videos and I didn't see people mention this. I don't know if it was like a Canadian thing because I'm Canadian and I'm pretty sure the people that I watched are not Canadian. I don't know if it's because I ordered the box so late and they're like, yay, she ordered a box, let's throw it in. Or because it was like the first box I ever ordered, so they threw this in. But anyway, little MaskerAide mask. I've had mixed experiences with these masks. But I feel like this one might be okay. Like it's just a simple, nourishing mask. Haven't tried it yet, but I will try it eventually. So that whole box cost me $59.20 for all of that. So again, it's an expensive box. Like BoxyCharm is about half that price. It's about $35 Canadian by the time I get the base box. But I quite enjoyed the selection of products here. So, and I have had a sneak peek of what's coming in the next month. I normally try and avoid sneak peeks, but because I don't know much about Tribe and I'm trying to learn about it, I've gone into the sneak peeks, and I'm thinking next box is going to be a banger too. So looking forward to that. So the only other thing that I bought this month was foundation, and I bought 3 foundations, and I bought 3 L'Oreal foundations, and there's 3 foundations I already have. I'll explain. So the first one is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow, and this is in the shade 203. I already have this in a different shade. I want to say like 205 or something like that. The second one is the L'Oreal True Match in the shade C2. I don't know if it has a name. Yeah, Natural Ivory, C2. Sorry, focus camera, focus. This little guy right here. I think I have it in W2 or W3. And then the third one is, camera, focus. This is my face, and this is the product. Let's look. Okay, this is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour fresh wear in 415. I don't know if there's a name. There's got to be a name somewhere. I'm pretty sure there is a name somewhere. Yeah, 415 Rose Ivory. I also have this, I think, in 430, which I think is like Rose Vanilla or something. So all of the ones that I have, the shade is not quite right for me, but I feel like I like the formula, so I wanted to try a different shade in each of them. And this kind of goes to a throwback to when I was doing the Milk Hydro Grip Primer testing, and I was like, wow, some of my foundations that I thought I liked, I don't think I really like. Like, they don't look as good as I thought they did. So I want to do some foundation testing. So I wanted to start with foundations that are fairly common and fairly easy to get, and that aren't really new. So it's not like anything that's like, oh, you got to rush out and buy it now, it's new. These have been around for a while. So I wanted to do, I'm going to do some foundation testing videos. So like a Weare video, kind of like that Milk Hydro Grip video, although I realize I need to condense some of it. I probably will do a lot of testing. Like I still plan to do at least a 2-week test of each foundation, but probably won't put in all the footage like I did, because those videos ended up being really long, and I don't know. Some people appreciated the in-depthness, but I think it's too much for most people. So yeah, so basically I bought 3 foundations, and they were all stupid pricey. I did get them all on sale, but they all apparently retail for $23.99. Now that's the retail in my local Shoppers Drug Mart. I have now learned that my local Shoppers Drug Mart, because I am downtown Toronto, might have slightly elevated prices compared to other places, and they're definitely usually $1 or $2 more. A lot of products are definitely $1 or $2 more expensive than on their website. So I did buy these on sale. So this one cost, with tax, $14.68. This one also cost $14.68, and then for some reason this one wasn't as discounted, so with tax it ended up costing me $20.33. So like, that's stupid expensive for drugstore foundation, in my opinion. Like, I feel like $10 to $15. $10 to $15 is fine. And these are like more the $10 range for drugstore. Anyway, that is it. That is all that I bought for the month, in the month of January. So in total, I spent $108.89. The retail cost of that, so I'm starting to track retail costs, and retail cost is cost without tax. Like, I'm just like, if these were just in the store, what would the dollar value be? And it's, again, Canadian. So retail cost is about $350.62, and I brought in 9 items. So not too bad. I mean, the foundation thing's a bit weird that I bought 3. I don't know why I bought all 3. I probably should have just started with 1, but sometimes it's like, just go for it. I've also been, like, when I go into the store and buy any makeup right now, I kind of feel like I do it very quickly without really looking, because I don't want to spend, it's not essential. We're still in lockdown, so I don't know if you know that. In Toronto, we've been in lockdown since, I want to say, mid-November. So no in-store shopping. The only store I've been in is Shoppers Drug Mart. I've done a curbside pickup, a couple curbside pickups, and that's it. So yeah, it's starting to get a bit taxing. And then with this like delay with Canada Post, I don't want to order anything. So now I'm like, you know what? This is a good lesson, and just like enjoying what you have. Stop buying things. Buying things do not make you happy. Telling myself this. Anyway, let's move on to the empties. So the empty side of January is actually pretty darn good. I've actually already done my totals this time. We'll see if I can continue this and do my totals ahead of the video, because it actually makes it easier for when I'm sharing the information and then editing it later. But let's just get started. Let's get the bigger things out of the way. This is the Quo Nail Polish Remover. This is in the strengthening. I've already bought a replacement of this. This would have been in my, I think, December buys and buys. You saw that I bought the replacement of this. So that's kind of a standard product for me. Let's get this item out of the way. This is the only this is the only other item. Everything else is sort of like beauty related. This is the Bath & Body Works Wallflower in the Perfect Christmas. I would describe this as sweet Christmas tree. It smells like pine. Like, you definitely have a pine smell, but there's definitely like a sweetness, like a vanilla sugary kind of sweetness behind it. I hated it at first, I'm not gonna lie. I bought it and then I plugged it in. I was like, what was I thinking? Like, oh, this is not good. But I actually really quite enjoy it now. I'm kind of sad I don't have it. I'm kind of hoping retail opens back up and I'll be able to buy this again at some point in the future. Because there's no Bath & Body Works and Canadian retail. It just doesn't exist. You can buy it online, but it's stupid expensive, so there's no point. Anyway, speaking of Bath & Body Works, another big item in here is the Vanilla Bean Noel. This is the body cream. I don't really care for the lotions at Bath & Body Works, but I do love the body cream, so I'm very sad I only have one left. It's in like coconut snowflake, I think. It's funny, I have this in, actually I'm looking at it right now, I have the candle right there. I prefer this in the candle. I don't know if I'll ever buy this in the body lotion ever again. I think I've bought it a couple times in like the skincare stuff, and I don't like it in the skincare. I like it in the candle, and that's it. And like the candle, I can just leave, I just leave the lid off and I can smell it. Like, I love that I can just, I don't even have to light the candle, I can just smell it, and it's one of my favorite candle scents. But I don't think I really love it necessarily as a skincare product. I think I'm over that. Let's talk about tools. Tool items, because I have 3. So number 1, this was a beauty blender. This was in that makeup mashup, so I cut this open. This beauty blender, I realized, was from 2018. I hadn't used it in like a year, I think. I don't think I used it at all in 2020, because it got this weird bulbous thing on the bottom, and then I found out when I cut it open, it's because there was a shit ton of foundation, pardon my language, that somehow got in there, and that was weird. So one beauty blender down. I do have another beauty blender that I lost for a while there. I couldn't find it, and I literally just found it before filming this, so yay. I barely used that other beauty blender. I bought it at the end of 2019. Then when I got the Juno & Co. sponge, I just really liked that sponge. It surprised me, and I used that sponge all of 2020. The next tool item is, this is an Italy towel. So if you're not familiar with these are like basically exfoliating towels. I use mine usually like in the shower or the bath. I think how spas use them is like, you know, you go in the shower, so your skin's all like hydrated and loose basically, and then they like at the spa they like scrub you down. Apparently it's like super invasive and it kind of hurts, but they like scrub you down with these. There's a whole story of why they're called Italy towels, but they're, I think, a Korean thing that the people that use these, it comes from like more of a Korean tradition of Korean spas, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, this is how I usually exfoliate. I don't use like body scrubs. I usually use these, and eventually they just get like, they just start to smell weird and you're like, yep, that's done. And I've tried washing these before. You cannot wash them. They do, at least I tried and it did not work. And the third tool item, I'm going to try and show this on camera. This is a brush. I very rarely like get rid of a brush. This is the Morphe M321 brush. I'll try and show this. Hopefully you can see. This camera does not want to focus today. And then let me try. Whoop. See what happened there? It's falling. I can't, and so like I can't use it because when I do that, then the brush tips are too close to this, and then I like poke my eye. I like this brush because it's like a pencil brush. It's very fine tipped, but I hate it because it's so long. Like it's way too long. Yeah, it doesn't make sense that it's as long as it is. So I end up like usually like poking myself because it's like I try and get close because it's small. So it's for detail. So you tend to go close when you want detail, and then you poke the end of it on the mirror and then you poke your eye out. So yeah, I'm sad, not sad that that's gone. So that one's done. Some skincare things. So let's talk about masks and patches. So eye patches. So I've talked about these eye patches in a number of different videos. I finally have done the whole box. These are the Dirty Works Cucumber eye pads. They're sort of like in a coconut thing. So it was like a full size. Finally discovered if I cut it in half, so I ended up getting twice as many, I liked these a lot better. They're, again, just like a moisturizing, they're kind of like a moisturizing mask. They're nothing special. Like, I don't think they were transformative. But are they nice? Sure. I don't know if I'd ever buy these again, though. Also finished up 2 more face masks. Actually, one of these, I think it was this one, was from December, and I forgot about it. Should have been in my December empties. They're the Esfolio Essence masks. This is the collagen one, and this is the pearl one. I would say the pearl masks are my favorite so far. I also have a green tea one. There is a honey one, which I've never tried, but apparently the honey one's really good. So if I ever come across the honey one, I would buy it. I am kind of over sheet masks. I think a lot of people are over sheet masks. I am over sheet masks, but I still have, I used to have 3 boxes. Well, I used to have 4 boxes. I'm down to 2, so I definitely have less than 20 masks left. I've got to get them done. I've had them for a while now. It's time to use them. So I'm trying to use, if I can use like 1 a month, 2 a month, that'd be good. So this is the Consonant Ultra Firming something or other. The words are all off this. Again, you would have seen this in my makeup mashup if you watched that video. Technically, the product's not entirely done. I do have some left, but I'm going to finish it in the next week or 2. So I just didn't care to wait on this product. I just want to include it in this Empties now, which is different from the eye primer. There's a crap ton of eye primer left. If you watched that video, spoiler alert. And because there's so much of that left, I haven't included the eye primer in an empty yet. Once I finish that, what's in the little tub, then I will include it. So yeah, this was okay. I don't know if I'll repurchase this. Like I said in that video, it'll be a situation of the longer I am without this, do I miss it? Then I would repurchase it. The thing I didn't like about this is it's so thick. It's like, you know when you put on a sunscreen that's too thick and it's like white and it's like cakey? That's like this. It's so thick that it's really, really hard to blend it in. I tend to only use it at night because of that reason. And again, I was really surprised. I got this in August and I feel like I flew through this compared to other eye products that I've had. So that was the other reason. They do have a moisturizing one, so I'm considering buying that one and trying it. 3 little packets. These are again from December, but they weren't quite empty in December, so I didn't include them. This is the Filorga Time Zero Serum. This is the Cetaphil Hydrating Eye Gel Cream, which it was a gel and a cream. It was very interesting. And then the third one here is the Dr. Brandt, I think, 3D filler mask, which apparently doesn't exist anymore. I was on their website. These are from when I did the little advent calendar of like skincare samples. So if you want to see more details, I did post like commentary on all of these products. But yeah, I didn't quite finish the packet in December. I finished them like early January. So that's why I didn't include them until now. I have this little body lotion from Paul Mitchell. It's the Lemon Sage Energizing Body Lotion. Yes, this is from a hotel. Anybody else do that? I and my mom used to have a really bad habit of like pilfering all the stuff from hotel rooms. We traveled a lot when I was younger, and there was this point where we just had too much. We had way too many little things like this. So I actually stopped taking stuff when I was in a hotel room because I had too many things. How bad is that? Anyway, this was a body lotion. I'm pretty sure we were in Niagara Falls when I got this last year, and I've used it as a hand cream. So yay, I'm trying to put moisturizer on my hands these days. I mean, it's kind of a necessity because of all the hand washing. I'm feeling it like I need to, but I know I need to do it more. It's just one of those things like, I'm not young, you know, I'm 40, it's time. I don't want to have that like 80-year-old hands with like the 40-year-old face, you know? So it was fine. It's kind of, it has that lemon scent, so sometimes it kind of smells a little bit like cleaner, but I don't mind it. Compared to, I'm trying to use another hand cream right now that's a rose scent. I'm getting over the scent now. Like I've come accustomed to it. I don't love it, but I can tolerate it. That makes sense. I only have one hair care item. This is the Briogeo Be Gentle, Be Kind Avocado and Kiwi Mega Moisture Superfood Mask. I don't know where to get Mega Moisture from because this did not feel moisturizing at all. It was a little sample thing that came in my Ipsy bag. I didn't, like, I mean, it wasn't detrimental. I put it in my hair, but I couldn't, this wasn't a mask. Like, it didn't do anything. Didn't even feel hydrating on my hair, like, initially. And then my hair never felt any better, like, more hydrated when I used it. So I was like, wow. This is kind of useless. Didn't even have a scent, I don't think. Like, that was, like, enjoyable to use. Ah, crap. I'm just reminding myself that I did forget about a hair care. Okay, that hair care item is going to go in February. So the rest here is makeup. And let's start with this item. My project pan will probably go up before this video, so this won't be a spoiler. This is the Too Faced Peach Perfect Translucent Mattifying Loose Setting Powder. Again, I enjoyed using this. I don't find it looks too drying on my face because I tend to stay away from a lot of powders lately because I feel like it almost, like it emphasizes like wrinkles, and like if I have like little dry patches, it emphasizes them. But this one was actually pretty nice, and I think it's nice that it has that peach tone. I'm wondering if does anybody know, because I think this is getting discontinued, does anybody know if any other brands do like a peach tinted powder? Like I know there's a few that do like a lavender tinted one, like I think it's Fenty does one. I'm curious to know if there's any that do like a pink or peach tinted, because I think that suits me a little bit better. I have a cool tone undertone, so pinks and peaches definitely work a little bit better. Compared to, like, I know a lot of people like to use like a banana powder that's like yellow powders, and me, like, it doesn't work. It does not work. 2 mascaras that I need to let go of. I've had for way too long. I've had these since 2019 at some point. One is the CoverGirl Clump Crusher. The other one is the Rocket Volume Express from Maybelline. I didn't really care for this. I like Clump Crusher. Clump Crusher is one, though, that I don't like to wear on its own. I usually wear, like, I'll put a regular mascara on, and then I'll put Clump Crusher over top, sort of like a sealant. This is waterproof. This one's waterproof as well. So, yeah, just needed to finish them. I wouldn't repurchase this one, but I've repurchased this multiple times, and I definitely would repurchase it again. I haven't tried any Clump Crushers like the other ones. Like, I think I've only ever tried the green one. I kind of should try the other ones to see what they're like. That's something I'm definitely planning on doing this year. I've pretty much done one every year. I think the last one, though, that I did was in January. It's like a mascara review, like a drugstore mascara review. I definitely want to do an updated video of that. I've done one that's specific to Essence. I've done one that's specific to waterproof. And I don't know if I did a third one. Anyway, I've done a lot of like mascara review videos, and I definitely am due to do a new one because there's definitely a lot of new ones out there that I want to try. I have one primer. This is the Guerlain L'Or. This is the one with little gold flakes in it. This was a gold flakes in it. I think I just mumbled all that. This was a Points perk. I wouldn't buy this again. Felt nice on. Basically felt like a moisturizer. I think all the people that probably commented about really liking this have dry skin. Because I think I wouldn't have cared for this at all if I had oily skin. I don't know, maybe. But yeah, like, I don't think this is worth it at all. If I ever got it again for free, sure, I would use it. But I would never pay for this. I think the full size is like $80 for like 30 mils. It's insane and not worth it. My face is not worth that. And then my last 3 items are not empties. They are declutter items. So I do include declutter items in these videos, but when I do the total at the end, it doesn't include the declutter items. So the first one is the Estee Edit lip liner. Again, this was in my makeup mashup. I wanted to see how much was left in this. I liked the color, did not care for the formula. The next item I just kind of forgot about last year that I meant to declutter this. This is the Joe Fresh lip gloss in Sweet Nectar. I got, I don't know, about halfway through that. Over halfway through it, I would say. I just didn't care for this, and I've got another bunch of other lip glosses that I like better, and life is too short. It's time to let this go. And then the last thing, I'm trying to rush here because you could probably hear him in the background. The last thing is this Julep lip, I think they call this like a matte lip mousse. I've had this for way too long. You probably be able to see it close up. Like the product is cracked. Yeah, you should be able to see it. It's not focusing. Camera is not focusing today. It's cracked in the bottom there. So yeah, like I've had this for a really long time. I like the color. I like the way this looks on me, but the product's definitely really dry. If I want to get something, I think this is still available. I think you can still buy it. But I'd probably rather just buy like a drugstore version of a similar color. I do have 2 lipsticks that are similar in color, not the same, but similar. So yeah, it's just time. Like I'm accepting. You're going to see a whole new Anne this year because I am starting to like be okay with decluttering things. How's that? I don't know. I don't know how that has happened. So let's talk about dollar value. So on the Empties side, I decluttered 3 lip things. There was one other thing, 18 Empties. So bang up month for Empties. And the dollar value of, again, I only include the dollar value of the Empties, is about $125, and at retail value about $162. So I feel like this was a great month in terms of Empties. I don't expect February to be like that. I don't have a budget as of this year, not like last year where I was kind of like trying to do about $125 a month. We'll see where things go. If I feel like spending is a little bit crazy, then I may have a low buy or no buy month. But again, I'm just trying to balance what I bring in versus what goes out. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, feel free to give it a little thumbs up down below. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my tiny little channel here in Toronto, Canada. I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you sometime soon. Bye.